All right guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I actually have a couple inflatables set up. Unfortunately for this Halloween, we're not going too crazy because we've just moved. If you haven't noticed, the yard's different. I have a much bigger yard and there's a lot of bushes with flagpole and some nice boulders in the yard here, which these are obviously staying, but we have some obstructions here with the bushes and also a tree that RJ came over and assisted with cutting down. So there's a few things here that are kind of contributing to not being able to like flood the yard with inflatables. So for right now we have the new, for 2020, Home Depot decayed skeleton, 30 bucks. Awesome, really cool, because you can see it's still got some meat in there. So this is actually a really cool thing. Jaw doesn't move too much. Again, it's decayed, it's not supposed to open and shut. We've got that, got a dollar store little birdie right there, and then we have one of our skeletons out here from last year. That one came from, I want to say that was a Home Depot one as well. So both of these guys were 30 bucks, but I think the decayed one actually looks a lot cooler because he's decayed. It looks more natural. It's a little bit disgusting looking. He's missing a few teeth and things like that, and again, he's a little bit meaty still, but it looks a lot more scary than the traditional clean skeleton. So that's what we've got going on for right there. Then we've got this one. These three actually we picked up last year on clearance at the end of the season. So we've got a Home Depot one here, which has the glowing sparkly shit inside of it, which you guys will see at night. And then we've got the Walmart 12-foot Ghost and the Walmart 12-foot Reaper from last year. These guys are both $100 inflatables that I ended up getting really cheap. I think like 60 bucks. So that was a great buy for last year. And then over here we have new for 2020, the Jack and Sally Nightmare Before Christmas Tombstone inflatable. You can see right here it says Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas right on it, and this lights up, looks really cool. It has a spider up on top. So this is a 7-foot inflatable, new for this year. This is the only one we've actually got for this year, and the only one I'm actually planning on buying, because again, there's actually a whole bunch of inflatables back there in the box that I can't use right now just because of the yardage and all the obstructions. Reaper that we've had for the past 2 years now, this is his 3rd year coming out. And you guys recognize this one over here, I'm sure. I'm gonna make our way this way. And you guys can see we have a nice little display here. We've got him, we've got our cute little ghost, Sally, Jack, Zero, the dragon, which used to be up on the roof, which we're not gonna put anything on the roof on this house. We've got the dragon, and we've got the dead dragon right here. So I have enough room in a socket for one more inflatable, but let me back up and show you from the road. Okay, so from right here, if we're looking from pulling up into the driveway, you can see we've got a pretty nice display. Now the only thing is, I don't want to leave like a socket unattended. I want to have everything filled in. Even though they're good for being outside in the water and elements and things like that, I would much rather it be sealed than be open. So we're going to put one more inflatable in, which is going to be a little one, probably right here somewhere. I have a cat one that's relatively small, so we'll probably use the cat because then it's not going to obstruct anything. It's right here. The 12-foot Frankenstein that we had out before, he's still in the box. We're not going to bring him out. We have enough of the big ones and still a lot of small ones that we are actually not going to bring out. Now I found a fancy little trick with these guys. If you guys notice, this is like a minefield of wires here, but the wires that I'm using, these are actually in a spool. I got 300 feet of this, and the spool's over there. I'll end up showing you guys that in a little bit. But I did this, and then I got some new stakes, which are a lot better than anything else. So I'm gonna go over here to my pile. This is my Halloween pile. We got the spider we're not putting out. If you guys see my video from last year, you'll know what all of these are. I'd love to put the dragon out, but I don't think we're going to do that this year. All right, here we go. This one here is the cat. So we're going to get the cat out of the bag. Literally, gotta untangle this. Come on. Okay. There's that. And we've got the kitty. So I'm gonna bring the cat out. I'm gonna set this one up. Okay, so right here is our tools, hammer, scissors, our spool. I'll leave a link for this down below. This way, if you guys need some of this, you can. And I want to show you my method for how I'm actually installing this. And then right here, these are the new stakes that I'm using. These are actually nice because they are metal. They have a tip on them, and then they have this here, so you can actually put something through the top here into this hole, or they have this as well, so you don't have to worry about breaking the plastic. Everything's going to be hitting on here. These are going to come out a lot nicer than, you know, the plastic things that come with these, and these are also a lot deeper than the metal ones that come with the smaller ones. So link for these will also be down below in the description. You get a pack of 50 of these, and I think it was only like 14 bucks. So actually really good, and that's what I have everything set up here with. So I'm going to show you how I do this method on setting these up. So all of our stuff is here. We're going to take the cats, and right here, see, here's basically the issue. Last year when I took these down, I did it kind of quick, and I cut cords, and I had them all like tied up to this and everything. It was like all like screwed up. So the method that I came up with now is a lot better. I'm just going to snip that off, and there should be another side, yeah, this side over here that has them. So snip these off before I kill myself here with these scissors. Get that one and that one. So before, when I was putting these up, I was just like tying the ever-living Jesus out of them, and it just became a mess. But now I found a better way to do it, and I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to put the cat probably down here. So I'm going to take the wire, run it through, and boom, right there, it's done. So kitty should start getting on its feet. It's coming alive. Okay. So we'll just put kitty here. So this one was a Home Depot special, like 14 bucks I think it was. It's a small one, but it's pretty cool. They have bigger ones that are like 70 bucks that the heads actually turn on, but this was fine. So right here we have a spot for an anchor, so I'm going to grab this. Alright, so what I started doing now, I ran out, and I'm going to show you guys with what I have right here. For the bases, I'm actually hooking them into this. So right here you can see we've got the piece from the inflatable. I'm going to go right here and go down. And I'm leaving it so that way the orange is still visible. Oops. I'm not going to go down any further. All right, we'll leave that right there like that, how it is, because I still want to be able to see where these are. So that's holding that in right there. Got some more string to get out of here. Now, I'm not going to do it with this one. But actually, you know what? Yeah, I will do it. So this is the last one I have left. And then I have some of the chintzy ones. I used all my good ones for everything in here so far. Believe it or not, this actually did take 50 of these already. So for the sake of this being a video, I'm going to show you guys and demonstrate here. So if I take from the spool, I can undo this wire, and right here we have where this is basically what holds this in place so that way it's not blowing all over the place. So I'm going to put this in here, I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to do this where I tie it 3 times over. 2 could probably be all right. Some of them I only got 2, but 3 times, whatever. So my main objective is that at the end of Halloween, when I take these down, I'm going to leave the cord on these. I'm not going to remove the cord. So all of the cables, you know, the rope, whatever, however you want to call it, is going to stay on all these guys. The only thing that's going to be removed is the stake, and the stake will actually separate from the rope, because instead of me now, obviously for this one it's not very far, it's got to go, it's only got to go to like here, so I'm going to give a little bit extra, cut it there. Now instead of me going through this hole here and making it where it's something I'm going to have to undo and be a complete pain in the ass, what I want to do is I'm just going to go around the body of it, and same thing, I'm going to make 2 to 3 knots going around. So looks like this one's a little bit shy, so we're going to leave it at 2, so it'll be fine. Now for placing this, what I'm going to do is, if I did this now and hammered it down, it's going to pull really tight. As you can see, it's moving if I did that. So we're going to bring this all the way down to the bottom, right here down to the tip, pull it out and see where it's comfortable. So right here is where it's actually comfortable at. So I'm going to take the hammer and I'm going to start hitting it in. Okay, so now that's secure and where it needs to be. So when the wind blows this around, it's not going to have any issue. Now, when the end of the season comes and I want to remove this, like I said, I can leave this on the inflatable, because once this measurement is done, it's done. I'll never have to remeasure this again. All I have to do is pull this out, and because it's not looped through the hole and tied directly to this, once I pull the stake out, it's done. All right guys, so just as a point of reference, this is actually the bag you would get in inflatables like this, and even these ones here. The larger ones have different materials that come with them, but the rope would essentially be the same. So I'm going to open this up and let you guys see the difference. So these are the stakes that they actually give you. Now this is obviously very thin and it's not very long, so if anything blows, this is going to rip right out of the ground. So I don't know why they even give you these. Alternate options are very much better, so that's why we went and we did the things that we did. So these are crap, but for the sake of the fact that I have no more of the other ones, and this is the last inflatable I'm putting up for right now, we're going to go ahead and actually use that one. And then you guys can see these have the clips, which these break, and these cords are very thin compared to the cords that I purchased separately. And these are already preset to a length, and honestly the length that these are for something that's this small is completely ridiculous. There is no reason why they're as long as they are. So we're going to go ahead and take it from our spool. I'm going to go down here and we're going to tie this up just like this. All right, so we got 2 knots on that. That's good enough. Have everything in our spool. I'm going to measure out, so I'll put it out there somewhere. So we'll just cut this right there, and I'm going to just tie it to this one because, as I said, out of the other ones, and honestly this one, with how low it is to the ground, there's no actual concern for wind or anything like that. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to actually topple over. So same concept though. We're going to bring it down to the bottom to measure, because we want to know exactly where it's going to be at versus when it's up here. See, if I have it at the bottom, that's tight. If I have it up top, it's loose. So if you guys try to measure this with it at the top and you pull it here and you say it's tight, well, once you hammer it down and it goes down, look, you see how it's actually pulling the inflatable. So that's how you're going to end up having an issue where it rips. So leave it down at the bottom, get it where it's snug, and then go ahead and tap that in. So I'm going to go right here, just like that. So this is how I've been doing the inflatables here for this year. Not like this last setup that I showed you, but with the bigger stakes and with this, it works a lot nicer. As you can see, it's windy, but nothing's blowing over, everything's staying nice and firm where it's supposed to be. And at most, they will bend like at the upper waist area. So they're not going to actually like topple over, and they're not going to pull out of the ground. So personally, I think this is the best way to do this. So again, links will be down below in the description for the spool and for the stakes. If you guys are interested, if you guys do anything like this, then you'll be able to find those materials there. So anyway, stay tuned, because we will be doing an at night view of all this stuff, because I know you guys enjoy seeing these. That's what I'm basically doing for my display, and hopefully this video helps somebody that it, you know, might be helpful to. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.
The apocalypse.